Well, that's all you should have asked.
That's what I did ask.
All right, Mrs. Winslow, whatever you say. All I know is I've spent way too much time on this conversation already.
Hey, sis. Is there anything I can do to help you out? Yeah. You can keep me away from Mr. O'Neill. Come on. Because I saw her. She was being forced under the water and being held there, and she was struggling. Reva, you know that her hair was dry. You saw the blow dryer that the police bagged. It was fried. Look, I know that you've been having these flashes, but, you know... But what? Sometimes you're wrong. I know that you believe what you saw, but this is murder we're talking about, and you can't make a guess like this. Not when the evidence is pointing in a totally different direction. You can't do that. I'm having a private conversation with my sister.
Well, maybe you should be having it so loudly then. What's this about murder?
It's none of your business.
Well, yeah, it is my business.
My sister has a sixth sense.
What, as an I see dead people kind of thing?
I thought I saw Mrs. Hendon being drowned. I don't think she was electrocuted.
Really?
Before you say anything.
What, like she's right?
What?
Yeah. Dr. Bauer just called me. He confirmed that they found water in the woman's lungs. You hit the nail on the head, Mrs. Lewis. Ramona Hendon was drowned. So Dr. Bauer called me and told me about the water in Mrs. Hendon's lungs right before I joined you and Skeptic here at the crime scene.
Skeptic. Excuse me, but wasn't her hair dry when she was found?
It was a wig. Ever heard of a wig? Her hair was wet underneath.
So maybe he put it on her to make it look like an electrocution.
Now, that's a good deduction. Not only is your sister a psychic, but she's a lot better detective than you are.
She's hardly a psychic. I wouldn't call my sister a psychic.
You know
Mr. O'Neill,
something,
okay?
Cassie? Why don't we go outside for some air?
Yeah, well, that's great, but I'm not done talking to you. Your talent or your gift or whatever you want to call it, I take it very seriously. I used to consult psychics and visionaries like you back in New York on cases, so I would like to utilize your talents, if you don't mind, on this case. So if you can see something that my men can't, or is there something that you remember about the drowning, you know, the killer's face or any telling body language?
Well, you know, it came and went pretty fast. I can't be sure.
All right. Well, if there is anything that comes up, I'd like to hear about it. And I'd like to also know more about you, Reva. I can call you Reva.
Sure.
You know, about this gift of yours and how it works for you. Maybe we can get together this week. Ah, Watkins. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to finish my conversation with Watkins earlier, so if you'll excuse me.
Maybe we can get together this week. Boy, isn't he smooth.
Cassie, what is going on with you?
I told you to keep me away from him.
Okay.
You're not going to take him up on his offer, are you?
Maybe. Why not?
Reva, he is hitting on you.
Yeah? What is it?
Think that this O'Neill guy is hitting on me?
Yes, you should have heard him last night. He was asking all these questions about you, and when I told him that you were happily married, it didn't even faze him.
Maybe he's trying to get under your skin. I mean, he obviously gets a kick out of annoying you.
Yeah, well, I'd like to kick him right out of this hotel.
The only thing he cares about is this gift that I have of seeing things, because it could maybe help his case.
Yeah, it could help his case. He would love to be working with you.
Okay,
That's for
you know
sure.
what? I understand where you're coming from. I do, but you are completely dismissing what just went on here. I did see something, Cassie, and it's something that could maybe be important to the case, which means that it could maybe be important to Mr. O'Neill. And if I didn't know better, I'd say you were jealous.